Stripes and bright stars through the perilous night, o'er the land and of the free, and the home of the
Just drive. I wanna be the only one to make it to the light. I'll take it to the edge and ride, died 1,000 times. And maybe I could be the one right into the setting sun tonight. Just drive.
On the day we find out that there's just one person between Donald Trump and the White House, it's time for the 2006 US Grand Prix from Indianapolis, the home of motor racing in America. One of the most historical tracks on the Formula One calendar, of course, no longer on the calendar, and I think it's a great shame because this was one of my favourite tracks back in the day, and really I thought was cut from the calendar quite harshly, but I guess in retrospect we have got probably an even better venue in COTA. But anyway, let's cut straight to the grid then. We have 6, 8, 10... The lights are off then, and we are racing in America then, starting 21st on the grid with Juan Pablo Montoya starting behind us, but we've already made a really good start. We got past our teammate Christian Albers, of course, who was so vital in that last race in Canada. If you guys have not seen it, I would definitely recommend you guys go and watch that. But Albers, well, we haven't really been watching him because he's just gone sailing past us. He's got up into 18th place. We're currently 19th, and just hopefully we can just about get past our teammate, and indeed we do. And next up it's Scott Speed in the Toro Rosso, and Christian Klein, I believe that is, in the Red Bull car, and they're actually going wheel to wheel. The Red Bull's been forced out wide there. We might be able to go around the outside of Christian and Klein, and indeed we do. We're up into 17th place then on this opening lap, and hopefully we can continue to make progress and make sure it's going to be another point to finish today. But we're running a little deep there. We make contact with the Toro, so we're going to go down to the inside of Scott Speed, and now we're on the back of Antonio Luizzi, and hopefully we can just try and get past him into this next corner. I do believe it's the final corner on the track, but we've really messed that one up, and that's going to be crucial because this does lead on to the the long curving banked straight. But we do manage to get past Luizzi there for 14th place, and now we've got the two Saubers of Heidfeld and Villeneuve, but Luizzi isn't done. He might have a little look down the inside. We've run a tad wide onto the grass, but it looks like we have managed to just about hold that, and we actually cut the corner there massively and run into the back of the Sauber. But we are wheel to wheel now, just about with Jack Villeneuve, and we do dive down the inside and claim 13th place for our own. It's Nick Heidfeld then up next, the German, of course, the driver with the most podiums to his name without a win in Formula 1, I do believe. Anyway, of course, this is the kind of very famous banked section of Indianapolis. One, of course, I think it's the best part of the track, really. And we are just trying to defend from one Sauber while attacking the Sauber of Nick Heidfeld. And indeed, we pull that move off very well. We do run onto the grass, but we do get past the Toyota of, I believe that's Ralf Schumacher, indeed it is. But we do actually let him pass because that was kind of a bit of an illegal move, really. So yellow flags are out then, and what is going on here? You can see some smoke, and the slippery surface flags are out. There's oil on the track, and it looks like someone's engine's blown. It looked like possibly a Honda, but no, it was Kimi Raikkonen in the McLaren, so he's out of the race then, and that has promoted us up a place, so that will definitely help our cause. We're in 10th then, right behind Ralf Schumacher, and we are going to pass him once again into turn 1, but this time we're going to be able to maintain that position, and we've now got up into the points with a couple of other cars coming in for a very early pit stop. Anyway, we are now in the slipstream of David Coulthard. The slipstream is very, very OP around this track, and it's quite easy to make the moves if you can just get in the slipstream. And indeed, look, we're already nearly past David Coulthard. But the problem is, we now haven't got the slipstream, and he might even come back at us a bit, and indeed, he is right behind us. But we have broken very, very well for that corner, and we have maintained that position, but it looks like Coulthard's right behind us now. Pretty much everyone else has pit, so we're now up to second place in this race, just behind, well, I say just behind, but behind Fernando Alonso, and Coulthard's made them move then, so it's exactly what we fitted, but we're getting down the inside. It's an audacious move, and that definitely did not work. That's a failed overtake, if you have ever seen one. That is how not to overtake, or rather, re-overtake your opponent. But now we've got a really, really good run on him. We're going to take it down the inside, perhaps. No, we can't quite make it. He's squeezing us. He's not giving us an inch here, and we are having a really, really good scrap with David Coulthard for possibly what a net kind of 9th, 10th place in this race, possibly. Once all the pit stop shakes out. Hopefully, though, we can get a good in lap here and get out, have a good pit stop, and then hopefully we still will be in the points, or at least in a position to challenge for the points later on in the race. But we're just kind of having a look at David Coulthard. He is doing a very, very good defensive job, and we're not really doing the best attacking job, so it looks like we're coming in the pits. Is he going to come in the pits? Yes, indeed he does. So possibly, could we jump him in the pits? We'll have to see. We get our pit stop. Not too good, but and yeah, Coulthard's down the road then, so we lost probably about 3 seconds there, and we've lost a position to Ralf Schumacher, which we'd have probably got if we wouldn't have made that calamitous error in the pits. But anyway, we are in 10th now. Coulthard's gone down the road, but we are behind Schumacher, and if we can get past him, there is all the possibility of points once again today. We're definitely hit our stride with this series, and hopefully we can continue that really, really good momentum from Canada into these next few races. And indeed, we have maintained the momentum of Schumacher's slipstream, because we are past him and up into 9th place, but he's pressuring us a bit, but I think we're just about going to get away with that then, and we are now up into 9th place then, and right on the back of David Coulthard then with 6 laps to go, and it's so close around this track. He's definitely been the toughest driver to get past today, but we're coming on to the banked kind of oval section of the track then, and hopefully, just like with previous moves, we can get in the slipstream, get past him, and hopefully break away so he can't come back at us like he did just a few laps ago. But we have got past David Coulthard now. We're out of this slipstream, and have we managed to get past him, or is he still kind of alongside us? This one might be a close one. Down into turn 1, we get the braking absolutely spot on, and we've taken that position. Next up, it's Mark Webber in the Williams then, and hopefully we can try and get past him. We're right behind him, and we make a pretty easy move there. We set that one up really, really well. There's 4 laps to go. I don't think we're going to be able to catch him after, and indeed we can't quite catch him. We actually gained a lot of time. We were really, really, right on it with the leading guys in terms of lap time later on in the race. So I would definitely take that. Great pace shown, and 2 points from this weekend as well is a really, really good positive sign. I do believe. Oh, sorry, no, we were not right behind Massa. That was a back marker. Probably either our teammates or the Supergirl. I think it was probably our teammates. But yeah, good performance from us. Fisichella then won the race ahead of Schumacher, Alonso, Button, Barrichello, Massa, of course us, then Webber, Montoya 9th. Yeah, not a good race for him really. But of course he did start at the back. He was 1 place behind us, so we both made progress. But luckily we were the ones who managed to make the most progress. I'm looking at the second half then. You got Raikkonen and Trulli then, the only 2 DNFs today. Albers down in 18th, yeah. Another poor showing really from him, but next up I believe is the French Grand Prix, then it's a German Grand Prix, so quite a few interesting tracks coming up, a few that have since fallen off the F1 calendar, so be interesting to return to them. Anyway, let's take a look then at the drivers' standings. You got Alonso leading his teammate by just 2 points. You got Button and Raikkonen level. Then you got Barrichello a bit further back with Massa in 6th. We're up to 8th place then, with our rivals being kind of Webber, Rosberg, Montoya, Trulli kind of looming in our mirrors in the standings. Cleans up to 16th with a pretty strong showing from him, of course, his best result of the season. Albers though still 22nd, even behind the Super Guris of Sato and Yuji Ide. And looking at the Constructors' Championship then, well, we are currently 7th then, just 2 points behind Toyota, so we want to try and beat Trulli, of course, who retired today, and Schumacher, who we did manage to beat today. I think, at least, I'd say 5th possibly by the end of the season, but we'll have to see. There is certainly a lot of potential then for the rest of the season. I hope you guys will join me then in Magny-Cours for the 2006 French Grand Prix. Until then, hope you guys have a wonderful week. Goodbye.